Hello everyone and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, where we are about to jump in headfirst into part 4 of our Snake Tales run. This one is called Dead Man Whispers, and the only thing I know about this one is the boss is Vamp, so very excited about that one, as he is one of my favourite bosses. So, anyway, Big Shell. Off the coast of New York, the offshore decontamination facility was selected as the setting for a top-secret joint exercise between the Navy SEALs and Dead Cell due to its complex structure and isolated environment. During the exercise, Dead Cell and a team under their command portrayed terrorists, whilst the SEAL team acted to suppress them. Dead Cell was a specialised naval combat team feared for their brutality. Their main function was anti-terrorist training, launching unannounced assaults on important government installations to determine their level of security. Although famous for their ferocity of their attacks, there was another reason for their reputation. It was rumoured that their anti-terrorist training was cover for their true mission, operating above the law to undermine threats to American national interests. Whether inside the country or not, whenever anti-American sentiment was suspiciously crushed or leaders died unnatural deaths, military insiders inevitably associated Dead Cell's name with the act. The rumours were never confirmed, however, that the name of Dead Cell had become equated with death, disaster and calamity was undeniable, until 1 year ago. 1 year ago, Dead Cell commander Colonel Jackson was arrested on charges of graft and corruption. From that point on, the overzealous tactics during attacks, the shady pasts of the team members, and their combined inhumanity made Dead Cell's name synonymous with military corruption and dishonour. Even their very fighting ability had come under question. This exercise marked their first official assignment in some time, but only Dead Cell leader Vamp was granted permission to participate. The joint exercises were drawing to a close. I was guarding my assigned area in Strut F. Immediately after receiving a report that half of the terrorists had been subdued, a coded transmission signifying the emergency situation came through my codec. "Come in everyone, this is Alpha Team, we're under attack." "This is Pliskin." "What happened?" I replied. "Dead Cell, it's Vamp. He double-crossed, the team is almost by him." I could hear screams and the sound of gunfire in the background. "What's your location?" I asked. "Strut B." I heard a scream, and the line went dead. I immediately punched in a different frequency. A low voice answered. "This is Dolph. Is this Snake?" It was Marine Commander Scott Dolph. He was in Big Shell as a part of the exercise. I explained the situation to Dolph. He answered through a burst of noise. "Looks like things just started to get on my end too. What's the status?" "There was an explosion in Shell 2 core. B1's almost completely flooded." "Is that what you were worried about?" 3 years ago I accepted a request from Dolph to join the exercise. Dolph was worried something might happen, and he asked me to put a stop to it. It did. But he didn't say why. All he told me was, "I'm counting on you." Dolph and Dead Cell were connected. Dolph's daughter, Helena, was Jackson's wife. When Jackson was arrested, Dolph was the only one who defended Dead Cell and Jackson. As a result, he risked his own position. Dolph seemed to be worried about something concerning Dead Cell. I accepted without any questions. I owed Dolph. Dolph created a fake identity for me, and here I was, along for the exercise as Lieutenant Junior Grade Pliskin. I then asked him, "What is Vamp up to?" "I have no idea," Dolph said in a deeply troubled voice. "Snake, we must figure out what's happening. We're trapped in the north part of Filter Chamber 2 by debris and flooding. Looks like it'll take us some time to get out of here. I want you to rescue the SEALs. Head over to Strut B." "Roger that. Be careful. You aren't carrying live ammunition, are you?" Dolph was right. I was equipped for exercise and didn't have any live rounds. No, but I'll be okay, I replied. So we're playing as Pliskin, are we? Awesome, awesome.
Nothing here.
Stay down. Nope. Stay down, buddy.
Enemy sighted. Request.
Nope.
What's going on? Respond.
Nothing.
Communications with the FA connecting bridge have...
Don't know what you're talking about. But if you don't mind, I really would like...
Who's there?
No one, dear. Loads of bandages, though. That's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. I need this guy to turn around, though.
Who's there? Who is that? Enemy sighted. Requesting back.
Nope. I don't think so. Stay down. I was greeted at Strut B by the sight of a total massacre. The bodies of dead SEALs littered the entire area. Everything had been torn apart and splattered with blood. I heard a moan coming from a body in a pool of blood. Hold on! I ran over and lifted the soldier in my arms. He was still breathing, but his wound was deep, reaching his internal organs. It was clear that he wouldn't make it. He looked at me with unfocused eyes. It was Vamp. He called it a lynching? Interesting. Revenge for all those who backstabbed Jackson. He called the bribery charge a sham. You'd better not talk now, I said, trying to keep him quiet. But he kept on talking. Vamp's going after Captain O'Brien, but that's nonsense. There's no way the captain's involved. He's just not like that. Naval Captain O'Brien, multiplier decorated in the Persian Gulf. Is that right? Yeah. Europe and Africa, was Commander-in-Chief for the entire exercise. The mass media praised the captain as a competent and noble-minded military man who is well liked by his fellow soldiers. He grabbed my chest. His grip was surprisingly strong for a man on his deathbed. The captain is on the first floor of the Shell 2 core. Save the captain, please. His body lost its strength. I closed his eyes. That was all I could do for him. I contacted Dolph, telling him what I'd just heard. I see, mumbled Dolph. His voice didn't sound surprised at all. In fact, it sounded like he just confirmed some bad news. Did you know about this? I asked. He became quiet, answering hesitantly. There's been a lot of cases involving murdered government employees and servicemen lately. Rumour has it Vamp is behind it all. Is Jackson really innocent? I don't know for sure, but perhaps He was a real proud soldier. He was not the corrupt kind. You think O'Brien backstabbed Jackson? No, I don't think so. I know his reputation. How can you be so sure? It was O'Brien who planned this training. If he was involved in Jackson's case, there's no way he would involve Vamp. That's only if O'Brien knew of the rumours of his lynching, right? He knew. Are you sure? Oh yeah, I heard the rumours from O'Brien. You and O'Brien talked about the rumours? I was a bit surprised. O'Brien and Dolph, political navy captain and head of the Marines, they didn't seem a likely pair of friends. Dolph answered as if he knew of my doubts. O'Brien and I didn't always get along because of our positions. I don't think he liked me either, but I don't think he hated me so much that he wouldn't give me advice that would save my life. What do you mean? O'Brien came to warn me that I was Vamp's next target. Then I knew the true reason Dolph had participated in this exercise. So you tried to rid Dead Cell of its infamous rumours by revealing yourself to Vamp. Correct. If nothing happened to me during the exercise, I could prove that the rumours were false. You do trust Vamp? Dolph scoffed. I wouldn't go that far. If I trusted him completely, I wouldn't have called you. I'm a coward. I said to him that trusting something or someone isn't that easy. Dolph did not respond. I then asked him, but then it's not you, but O'Brien that Vamp's after. Yeah, either O'Brien's information was wrong or Vamp's wrong. It seemed Dolph was confused too. The only thing that's certain is that Vamp is trying to kill O'Brien. Snake, you've got to stop Vamp. Got it. I considered the structure of the big shell again. I'd need to use the Shell 1-2 connecting bridge from Strut D to get to Shell 2, where Vamp should be headed. That means I have to head for Strut D first. Sorry about that, apparently I can't read today. Alright then, Strut D it is. Well, that is a lot of bodies. Ooh, ration. Ooh, bullets. Sorry, dude. Whoa. Roll for your life, Snake! Bliskin. Sorry. Right. Well, that guy seems happy, so we're just going to check the lavatories. Ooh, more bandages. Ooh, stun. See? The toilets are always full of interesting items. Oh shit. There's something under there. Go! Oh, that was lucky. M9! Yes! No.
missile. Requesting backup.
No. Nothing. Run, Snake!
Indications from Strut C have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
There's somebody there.
No, there isn't. Beep. Where's the other dude that's usually on this bridge? Oh well, never mind. Oh, of course. Well, there you go. Dolph contacted me as soon as I arrived at Strut D. He had apparently managed to get a hold of O'Brien. O'Brien had sealed off the doors to the Shell 1-2 connecting bridge from Strut D to prevent Vamp from getting through. He also recognised the surviving SEALs to defend Strut G, Dolph said. Snake, join the SEALs. Vamp is the enemy. Those men might be SEALs, but I doubt they can stop him on their own. But how can I get to Shell 2? The Shell 1-2 connecting bridge is closed off. There is another way. Go across the oil fence in the lower part of Big Shell. Use the ladder on B1 of Strut E to get down to the oil fence. You should be able to get to Strut L of Shell 2 by crossing it. Vamp must have already left for Shell 2. I needed to hurry. Okay, so it looks like we're going back to where we played the role of sniper during the escort mission. One.
Nothing here.
Two. Ooh, ration. Oops, didn't mean to fire that off. Never mind. Sorry, buddy. Right, so we need to go downstairs.
Nothing here.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Whee! Oh. Is that another ration? Yes! Tell you what, we are flying through this chapter. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, I've probably just jinxed myself now. I reached the Strut E ladder and climbed down about 40 metres. When I finally made it to the oil fence, I heard the sound of gunfire from above. It was coming from Shell 1-2 connecting bridge. I could see the SEALs fighting Vamp, but it wasn't a normal fight. It was a one-sided massacre. Vamp ran, the SEALs fired, but the bullets didn't hit him. Vamp threw knives. Some of the men went down. Other SEALs fought back. Vamp wove and dodged. He slit the throats of the SEAL men, slicing their stomachs open and stabbing deep into their hearts. The SEALs went down in a split second. I saw the last man screaming at the totally unhurt Vamp. Suddenly the connecting bridge exploded. It must have been wired up with bombs beforehand. A series of explosions enveloped the connecting bridge in flames, and it began to collapse with a roar. Debris rained on the surface of the sea. I made a run across the oil fence. A huge column of water rose behind my back. Waves churned, throwing the oil threads up with every There's my lack of skill showing again. I struggled along and finally made it to the lower part of Strut-L. As I turned around, my eyes met Vamp's. He had tumbled from the sky and landed on the Shell 2 side. Vamp sneered, licked a knife with his long tongue and hurled the knife at me, and then he disappeared into the interior of Strut G. I climbed down the ladder and made it into Strut L of Shell 2. Vamp had already penetrated Shell 2. O'Brien was in danger. I ran for the Shell 2 core. Oh, that's not a good place to start, is it? Gotcha. Nothing? No? Okay. Just checking. Right. Gotta make a run for it, I guess. Go! Run, Snake! Pliskin! Sorry. And that's how it's done. I entered the Shell 2 core. There wasn't any gunfire or any sign of people. The silence made me uneasy. The codec ran. It was Dolph. Snake, what is your location? Right above your head. I've just entered the first floor of the Shell 2 core. How's O'Brien? I've lost contact. I clicked my tongue. Were we too late? We still don't know what happened for sure, said Dolph, but he didn't sound too sure himself. O'Brien should be on this floor, right? I asked. That's right, he should be barricaded in the air purification room. He told me he was going to electrify the floor to stop Vamp from getting inside. I looked at the passageway. The floor there was glowing dimly. Looks like the trap is still working. Yeah, but we're up against Vamp. Who knows if it'll help? There was only one way to confirm O'Brien was dead or alive. Going inside. How do I disarm the trap? I asked. Destroying the circuit breaker in the room is probably the only way. You should be able to do it with a remote-controlled missile from a duct. You're going to have to find a remote-controlled missile first. Alright then. Well, this all looks very familiar, doesn't it? Careful. Now, where could someone be hiding? There we go. God, I hope I do better at this than I did the first time round, because I totally sucked. Right, in position. Nikita! And fire! Oh. I'm guessing. Yeah, it's all blocked off. Alright, so we have to go through the top. Great. Okay. Oh, let's go down a second. There we go. Are we ready, Snake? Go. Easy. Oh. This may take a few goes, guys. Like that. This may take a while. I do apologise in advance. but I do suck absolute balls at controlling this bloody thing. So please bear with me. And I just hit a dead end. That'll do it, won't it? Oh, come on, Snap Pliskin. Come on, Pliskin, we can do this. It's not our first rodeo. Whoa, hang on. That caught me off guard. That gap in the middle caught me off guard. Right, at least we sort of know the route now. Because in the main game, I take the bottom one. I don't know why. Gotcha! That still took a lot longer than I hoped it would, though. Whee! As soon as I entered the air purification room, I found O'Brien on the floor slumped against a wall. Judging by the cuts covering O'Brien's body, Vamp had tortured him instead of killing him instantly. O'Brien looked at me, recognising my uniform. He was covered with blood, but he smiled in relief. I guess we haven't been wiped out yet. I signalled for him to keep quiet and examine the surroundings. O'Brien said, "Vamp isn't here anymore. Looks like he left for B1 from the duct." It seemed nobody was in the room, except the dying man and myself. I went up to O'Brien. He was bleeding pretty badly. It looked like he didn't have much time. I tried to treat him, but O'Brien refused. "Stop it. I'm not going to make it out anyway. I know that. Get out of here now. Call for backup." "No, I can't do that. You said he went to B1, right?" I said. Dolph was on B1, as O'Brien told Dolph. He might be the next target, but Dolph was Jackson's father-in-law. And besides, he wasn't the kind of person to backstab someone. Something was wrong. While I was turning this over in my head, O'Brien said, "Don't do it, Lieutenant. You'd better leave. Don't get involved with Vamp." "But we can't let him continue his little lynching game, right?" "Lynching?" O'Brien tried to laugh, but he coughed up blood instead. "Vamp said you falsely charged Jackson." "That's crazy. I didn't do that. Nobody could." "What do you mean? The corruption case is airtight. There's plenty of proof." "What?" O'Brien tried to say something but only coughed. He coughed up more blood, and then he was quiet for good. I tried to contact Dolph numerous times by codec without any response. I knew Vamp had already left for B1. I had to get to B1 right away. Oh dear. Poor O'Brien. Whee! You really suck at rolling downstairs, Snake. Pliskin Snake. I don't even know what to call you in this episode. Whee! I got on an elevator. I arrived at B1. B1 was exactly as Dolph had described. The passageway had been closed off by an explosion and flooded from a damaged water purification tank. I swam through the water and went through the debris to move forward. Dolph had to be in the north. I opened a door and entered the second filtration room. Dead silence. I suddenly spied someone standing in the darkness. Vamp. He slowly opened his closed eyes. "I was waiting for you." Waiting for me? That's right, I was waiting for the perfect opponent to commemorate the end of Dead Cell. And you're it, Solid Snake. What are you saying? Vamp, knock it off. No one backstabbed Jackson. He's corruption. Vamp spoke calmly. I know. What? Vamp stared at me with sad eyes. Snake, you don't understand anything, and you don't have to. All you need to know is that you'll be gracing Dead Cell's legacy as the final victim. Come on! Hello, dear. No, I don't really want to play Finding Nemo today with you, Vamp. You've been causing problems again, haven't you? Hmm? So we don't really have time for your antics today. Ow. I said I didn't want to play Finding Nemo today, Vamp. There you are. Hi. Come on, come out of the water. You're being silly. Ow. Yeah, alright, I deserve that. Ow.
Yeah.
Out you come. Wonderful. Ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. No. I'm not playing these games with you today, Vamp. Bam, bam, bam. Wait, where did you just jump out? Oh, over there. No. Okay, I'm out of bandages now, Vamp. Alright? No, you don't. Whoa. Are you gonna come down from there?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. Wait, you did that whilst you was in the water? Are you kidding me? Ah. You don't have to be a giant dick about it, Vamp. Whoa. Okay.
Take this.
Right. Shit.
Take this. Take this.
Will you stop? Ow! Gotcha. I approached Vamp. He was still breathing, just unconscious. Soon he opened his eyes. Kill me. They only asked me to stop you, I said. Vamp, tell me why you went on with your lynching when you knew it was meaningless. Vamp's mouth twitched. Because it wasn't meaningless. Jackson's arrest had been the final blow to Dead Cell's reputation. They called it a stain on the entire US military, called them a group of disgraced losers. The military had cut Jackson off as a liability. But that wasn't all. The brass tried to bury Dead Cell's previous record of success as well. It was a fate worse than death. We killed more than a few people. We killed civilians, women, children, the elderly. Some were unarmed, some didn't resist, some even begged for their lives, but we killed them all. Of course, we didn't kill them for pleasure. It was our mission. Dirty work, those types of missions. Everyone hated them, but they had to be done, so we took them all. A man like O'Brien owes his spotless reputation to the fact that we got our hands dirty, crawled through mud and woke up screaming from nightmares. Vamp clenched his fist. We are the lowest of men perhaps, but the lowest of soldiers? Definitely not. I won't allow our honour and purity to be stained. That was all we had, but now this last bit of pride has been denied us as well. That's why I went on this mission. You mean you're lynching? That's right. If I kill people out of revenge, people will start wondering. They may even think that perhaps Colonel Jackson could be innocent. The more I keep on killing, the more the public will have to believe in his innocence. Did you really expect anyone to believe that crap? Of course, the world lives and breathes on what you call crap, don't you think? Vamp laughed coldly, but his eyes looked empty. His eyes weren't those of someone who had regained what they'd lost. They were of those who had lost something instead. Then I realised. But you don't believe it, do you? Even if Dead Cell's reputation is restored, it won't matter for you. Vamp shut his eyes as if he were in pain. Maybe you're right. Any purity Dead Cell had possessed in its mission had been lost at Vamp's hand. The person in front of me wasn't a proud soldier. He was nothing more than a pathetic terrorist, and he knew it. Perhaps that was the punishment he was lynching for. Vamp said, I don't care, at least I can protect someone. Protect? I'll do anything for Colonel Jackson, Helena, their unborn baby, and Scott. You fool. The shout echoed through the air. It was Dolph. He must have heard the battle and found us. Vamp smiled as he saw Dolph. His eyes quickly began to cloud. Dolph came up to Vamp and said, Nobody asked you to do what you did. Not Helena, not Jackson, not even me. You knew that, didn't you? Vamp interrupted Dolph. Scott, I had to do it. Why? Vamp turned his eyes away and became quiet. Why won't you tell me? Asked Dolph. After a moment of silence, Vamp said, It's got nothing to do with you. Are you serious? Yes. You've changed. I think so too. You're the only one who hasn't. Vamp bit his lip, as though trying to endure something, and said, "Just leave me alone. I don't want to see you ever again." Dolph's eyes clouded for a moment. "I see." Vamp was taken into custody. A backup SEAL team secured Big Shell. Dead Cell was officially dissolved sometime after that. Dolph retired from the military and Jackson died in prison. They said it was due to mental exhaustion. Vamp escaped shortly after being confined to a military prison. Shortly thereafter, various government and military insiders began dying suspicious deaths. It was rumoured that he was behind it, but never confirmed. Sometime later, a rumour began making its rounds. It said Jackson had been falsely accused and Dead Cell had been framed. And that's the end of Dead Man Whispers. Another one I really enjoyed, lots of fun. Good to fight Vamp again. I will put the link in the description below of the video where I fought Vamp in the main Let's Play. Well, thank you very much for joining me in this episode, and we are soon to move on to the final one here, External Gazer. And then that'll be it. We'll be done officially with our Metal Gear Solid 2 Let's Play. So I'm very excited for the final episode. We are going in completely blind. It's the only one here that I don't know anything about, so that's definitely going to be interesting for sure. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.